Sometimes greatness comes naturally, and sometimes greatness is the result of the right combination of coaching and individual determination. Leslie Nelson Morrison is a perfect example of the individual who finds that second kind of greatness. Leslie came to Whitworth in the fall of 2000 from Omak High School, where she was part of a state championship 2A cross-country program. She was not highly recruited. Whitworth cross-country and track and field head coach Toby Schwartz remembers Nelson's arrival at Whitworth. Barely. She had decent times, but they were not the times of a recruit who could be an immediate difference maker, Schwartz said. When I first saw her run, I was not impressed. Her form was terrible, her arms were a mess, and her stride length was way off. Leslie's freshman season at Whitworth was unremarkable. She was the number 5 runner on the Pirate cross-country team, finishing 41st at the Northwest Conference Championship meet. She did slightly better in track and field, qualifying for the NWC Championships and finishing 5th in the 1500. She also ran the 800 meters. As Schwartz continued to work on her running form, he also foresaw a change in events for Nelson to longer distance races, and Leslie began to believe in herself and in the training program. I trained a lot harder during the summer before my sophomore year, Nelson said. Because of that, I became more confident in myself, and I trusted Toby. That work and trust paid dividends during her sophomore year in cross country. Nelson steadily improved her performances and became the Pirates' top runner. She finished second in the NWC Cross Country Championships and took third place at the NCAA West Region meet, becoming the first Whitworth woman to qualify for the NCAA Division III Cross Country Championships. In the spring, she took to her new track and field events with gusto. Now a full-fledged distance runner, Leslie competed in the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters. She earned her first conference individual title in the 10K later that spring. One day later, she was the runner-up in the 5,000 meters. Beth Abbey, Leslie's teammate in cross-country and track and field, remembers Nelson as a determined competitor. Leslie did not have the fastest kick, and she was not the fastest out of the start, Beth recalled, but she could hold a great pace throughout the race, and she was incredibly consistent. She never had a bad race. And Leslie was becoming an important part of the team in other ways. Beth Abbey says that Leslie was very focused on being a team member first. She was a stellar runner, but how she did individually was always second to how the team did overall. Another teammate, Diana Huey, recalls that Leslie was just unfadingly kind as a person. She did so well, but she never bragged. And she played a full and equal part in any of the team shenanigans that went on. The team became a very important part of Leslie's focus in her junior year. While Whitworth hosted the NCAA Championships in 2001, the women's team just missed qualifying for that meet. But in 2002, the Pirates made their move. Whitworth was the runner-up at the conference championships, with Nelson claiming second place in perhaps the closest and most controversial finish in league history. 2 weeks later, Nelson severely sprained her ankle while practicing on the course the day before the NCAA West Region race. She not only ran the next day, she finished second in the meet and was a primary reason the Whitworth women won the regional and qualified for the nationals for the first time in school history. Nelson went on to finish 85th at the NCAA National Championships, and the Pirates took 23rd place as a team. Leslie inserted herself into the hearts of Whitworth fans at the NWC Track and Field Championships that spring in the Pine Bowl. She trailed by 300 meters in the 10K with only 2 laps to go before coming all the way back to win, bringing the home crowd to its feet. She also made her first trip to the NCAA Division III Outdoor Track and Field Championships that spring. The last qualifier into the meet in the 10,000, Leslie took 12th place in that event. To this day, Schwartz holds Leslie up as an example to his current teams. Leslie is the source of several different stories I tell recruits. She was someone who came in with bad form, who picked the wrong events, who could hold 6-minute mile pace for barely 2 miles. By the end, she could hold that same pace for 6 miles. In the fall of 2003, Leslie became the first cross-country All-American in school history, finishing 14th at the NCAA Championships. She went on to win both the 10,000 and 5,000 meters at the conference track meet, setting an NWC meet record in the 10K that still stands. She then finished 6th at the NCAA Track and Field Championships in the 10,000, becoming an All-American. Nelson was an academic All-American that year, graduating with nearly a 4.0 GPA. She went on to earn her master's and PhD in English. She now teaches college in Colorado. Married to Ryan Morrison since 2005, they have a daughter who is almost 3. Ladies and gentlemen, for her determination to become the absolute best runner that she could be, for the standard of excellence she set for the runners who followed in her footsteps, and for being a humble teammate and leader, the Whitworth Heritage Gallery Selection Committee is proud to present for induction today, Leslie Nelson Morrison.